Hello again, this is BGFH back for another part 2 of this Minecraft city tour. In the first video we took a look at this ginormous center building, City Hall. So far the tallest building in the city, and I'm probably going to keep it that way. The next one that I built, I believe the next building that I completed was this sports center building right in front of us. So again, the whole theme of this is a city where everybody is living in this tower, this kind of skyscraper kind of setup. And so everybody, we have to try to figure out how to put everything that would be in a normal city into these towers. So this building has a bunch of floors dedicated to different recreational and sporting things. So this bottom floor shares some help with the school next door. So rather than needing to do a bunch of redundant services, this is like a big old cafeteria for the school and for people who come to sporting events, if they have anything like that. This is the cafeteria that would serve them. So we got our kitchen back here. I like the look of this. This is a cool kind of variant on my kitchen designs. I like the big counters and the lighting in the middle here. Bunch of plenty of resources for cooking. But this is just our kitchen and our cafeteria. And this building actually also uses a lot of jack-o'-lanterns instead of regular glowstone lights, because I wanted to vary it up some. And then I came up with the idea that the mascot would be this, I don't know, some sort of jack-o'-lantern dude for the school. So I tied that into all, like, the sports teams, the local sports teams or whatever would, kind of have this jack-o'-lantern theme. So we'll head up one floor here. And here we have not much a cafeteria, but just different little vending stands over here. So, you want to go get some souvenirs, you want to go get some, some drinks, some popcorn, or, whatever you would get at like a stadium kind of thing. All that kind of stuff on this side of the hallway. And then you've got just a lounge area over here. People can meet and sit and meet each other and find just sit and relax or talk to people, wait for somebody. Pretty simple, but nice little open area here. And if we head back this way, we've got some locker rooms. And we've got two that are pretty much identical, complete with little shower facilities and lockers, some restroom kind of things there, sinks, a bunch of our lockers there. And what I'll do is I'll take you down to the pool before I go up further. So one of the concerns originally, and I didn't care too much, but like I said, my friend of mine that we're playing with, he's like, you shouldn't have the athletes needing to go in through the main entrance or to go to the locker room or running around. So what I did is, on this end of the building we have this, I wanted to make a pool. So here we go. I just took a regular, hollowed out this floor here and put some water in there. I've got some lapis and I think stone for kind of racing lanes. Kind of cool, actually. I like how that turned out. Bleachers up here. Again, some pumpkin lighting up there, jack-o'-lantern lighting. So this has a separate entrance to the building. Instead of going into the main entrance over there, I can pop in over here. Get in there. There we go. So, yeah, that's my kind of swimming pool area. Really proud of how that turned out, too. That turned out better than I expected. So here's the other locker room. Again, pretty much a carbon copy of the other one, you know, complete with shower and stuff. So that's the same. And let us continue our journey up. Now we'll actually get into more of the sporting floors itself. So far we've just had our, you know, cafeterias and different things like that. So let's start by heading down here. Again, with Minecraft, you really have to use your imagination. And so what I did is I just did weird variants because, you know, there's not basketball hoops, there's not tennis net, you know, there's not like a volleyball net or a tennis court kind of thing. So I kind of ran with it and I said, well, let's make it kind of weird and kind of futuristic looking so that, like, you could recognize it as being something like tennis or basketball or hockey or whatever, but it would have its own little kind of Minecraft twist and it would work with kind of what I'm going for. So this is where you do like your kind of volleyball, tennis, sport kind of stuff. Simple little area for that. Pop out back over here so I can show you the other side. Get through the door. There we go. Big old restrooms here. The City Hall building, that's really the only building that I went a little crazy in. Like, I went with restrooms on every floor. I know realistically you likely would do that, but I've kind of spread them out a little bit more in these other buildings just because of what I needed to put in them, and still try to make some realistic, you know, ones that would still fit in. So on this side, here's where our store is, our kind of sporting store. So we want to get team merchandise or, you know, athlete merchandise. These cool little pumpkin head dudes with their little switch arms here. That's pretty cool. Little different patterns up there. I really like how that turned out. Head in here. Again, just trying to vary up the floor, the carpeting and everything. There's our counter. The one thing I really wish you could do in Minecraft, and you'll especially see this when we get into the shopping center, is I really wish they had a way where I could set objects on a table or a shelf, something like that. So I mean, yeah, you can tell that this is going to be like a store, but there's nothing on these shelves, and there's nothing I can really do about that, at least with vanilla Minecraft. But like I said, I like how this turned out. Got some chests, got some, you know, we can get our sporting book, we can get our books over there, or movies, or whatever it happens to be, and whatever. And like I said, I like, another thing I like about this, I like the little checker pattern and kind of square. I just like the whole floor, how that turned out. I thought that turned out really well. So that is our store. If we head to the other side, we have our basketball court. Again, like I said, I don't have the exact, I can't just make a basketball hoop, so we improvised. Little glass, kind of, I think that's supposed to be a spider web kind of thing, but hey, you know, it works. You can kind of tell what it's supposed to be. And again, in Minecraft, you always have to worry about lighting. You know, you have to have the floors lit, because if we actually had creatures in here turned on in our server, they would be spawning. So rather than just doing different colors for lines, I said, well, let's use light to make our kind of general basketball court lines. So again, I think that turned out pretty well. I like the look of this. I think it turned out well. So we'll head out of here, and I think that covers this floor. So we'll head up again. And what do we got here? Let's start back over this way here, and we have, oh yes, our ring sports. So we've got some bleachers up here, and this is where you do your boxing, your wrestling, your kind of, you know, like I said, whatever ring sports. Let's see. Come on. Would you open? Thank you. So you go in here. The one thing I debated, and I might change it, is it's a little hard to see in and out, you know, if you're in the bleachers. I thought about just doing this one high, but decided on 2. So I may change that, make it 1. I don't know which one. I've looked at it both ways and I'm just not sure. But yeah, so that is our kind of ring sport kind of thing. You can do your boxing and all that over there. And we'll keep going down. Oh, this room is kind of neat. Here's where I did a little kind of dojo, kind of martial arts sort of thing. Kind of a bunch of like wood and little places we can stand and fight. One guy here, one guy over here. Just a little martial arts training area. I think that looks pretty cool. Keep on coming, head to the other side, and we got another locker room set up here. Again, a little narrower, but still the same general idea as the below. And here we got another locker room. Again, I'm not going to go into it all the way because they're the same pretty much. And here's our weird experiment for hockey. This was another tricky one that I thought was a little hard to do. The court's a little short, but you know, maybe it's not hockey as we know it. Maybe it's some weird, you know, 3-4 man, just crazy whatever. But this is kind of like a hockey-esque ice ring or whatever. So we got, you know, let's see, I'm trying to remember how this worked. Your fans over there, and we have, yeah, so then the different, okay, we had like the teams or whatever, and then I don't know if I ever made a penalty box or anything, but yeah, that's sort of my hockey stadium kind of deal. So we're getting quite a few sports covered here. Head back out, and I think that's this floor. We'll head up again. Ah, yes. Getting to the top here. This is a bowling alley. So we've got a bunch of different places. You get our balls and shoes and whatever. Again, I can't put anything up there, so just bare shelving, but you just have to imagine it. This is where the balls would be, stuff like that. And then you head up in here, and we got little places for you to keep score and whatnot. Got our little tables, and our lanes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 lanes, and we got gutters over here, complete with, they would come down here, and then I even have a little maintenance area back, which I'll show you in a minute. But yeah, this is the bowling alley. So I thought this worked out pretty well. Like I said, you really have to use your imagination in Minecraft, but if there's something you really do want to try to build, usually you can find a way to build it, and at least you can kind of make it understandable of what you want it to be. So again, we got some more, we could have more balls over here or whatever. And like I was just talking about, you come back here, so if they need to do maintenance or whatever, you know, you can get a ball unstuck or whatever. There you go. That's what that would be. And over here we've got, again, this was kind of a fun one because I had to light the floor, and I wanted to spice it up, you know, with different lines and things on the field. This is kind of like a weird, kind of reminds me of a mix between a soccer field and like some weird shuffleboard or something. But like I said, it could be, you know, like I said, it just kind of has this weird futuristic glowing lights, and we got a red goal over here, we got a blue goal over there. I don't know, just kind of a neat look. I really like how this room turned out. But like I said, this is like more for kind of a soccer-esque type of sport. So with that, I'll head out, and we will head up to the top floor of this sports and recreation tower. and it is Future Baseball. So we've got this, we got stands everywhere, and you could use this again for concerts or whatever too. You know, good open place, plenty of seating. You could have all kinds of different events up here, but it's a baseball diamond essentially. We got our two dugouts right here for our teams. You can come up either side from below. And we got our kind of, not completely domed, but, you know, kind of a dome-ish arched ceiling. I think it looks pretty cool. So, again, just needing to light the ground, I decided, well, let's use a combination of different materials and glowstone and make it. There's our pitching mound here, and batter's area, home plate. So yeah, that kind of will wrap up my sport tower. And there's the city hall right there. You can look down out of there. And yeah, so I will wrap up this video here, and we'll move on to the next building in my city in the next video.